Hello everyone, this is the Appery team, and in this video, we want to show you how to integrate push notifications into the business logic of an application. In our previous two videos, we created an application and successfully configured push notification delivery for iOS and Android. Since we are sending push notifications to real devices, please note that the build type of our application is live debug. This means that all changes we make in Appery will be immediately available on the mobile phone. Let's go to the push notification sending section. This is my iPhone. On the panel, we select the device type and send a test push notification. It was successfully delivered. A badge appeared on the icon. If we open the app and then minimize it, the badge will disappear. But the capabilities of push notifications go far beyond just notifying users. As an example, let's show a pop-up when a push notification is delivered. For this, we need to go to Appery and open the app page. If we expand the event panel, we will see that we have a special push notification event. It is triggered when a push notification is delivered. Let's specify that we want to execute TypeScript code. We have access to the event variable, which is used to pass data to the user. This code will be executed when the push notification is delivered to the user. It simply transforms the event object into a string and displays it as an alert notification. Let's go back to the push notification sending page. We open our app and, since we changed the logic of the app in Appery, we need to refresh the mobile app. To do this, we click the Appery button and then click the refresh button. Our app is updated. Let's click the send button. The push notification was delivered, and we saw an alert. But what if we need to send technical information, such as a page the app needs to navigate to? For this, there is an option to pass this value through custom data. Let's add a custom parameter. Click the send button. As we can see, the push notification was delivered. We see in the parameter list our custom data page with the value screen too. Although Appery provides a very convenient panel for sending push notifications, in real applications, they are typically sent from server code. For example, notifying a person that their purchase has been delivered. Let's go to the server code and create our script. Name it send push. Delete all the code and find send push notification in the snippet list. Click insert. And we see that to send a push notification, we need to specify the push API key. It also indicates where it can be found. Let's go back to the app page. Then the settings page. This is the push API key that we need to copy. Go back to the server code and specify it. Let's send our push notification. Go to the run section, click save and run. And as we can see, it was just delivered. However, the problem was that this push notification was delivered to all devices in the devices collection. But what if we need to send a push notification to a specific device? For this, copy the device ID. Next, go to the Appery documentation. Go to the API references section. Enter the push notification section. Here we see that it is possible to specify a filter, meaning we can filter the devices to which we want to send our notification. Let's return to the server code and specify that we will use the device ID as the filter. The value of this property is precisely the device ID of our phone. Return to the server code and press save and run again. Now the notification was delivered to only one device. But typically, push notifications are sent not to a device but to a specific user. It's important to consider that one user might use several devices. We want to show how to implement this using a starter template as an example. Let's create a new application and select the starter template. To test message sending within the starter app, we need to configure it. We will skip these steps as we demonstrated them in our previous videos. On the push notifications page, we need to enable them and specify the database where the identifiers of our devices will be stored. We have just built the live debug version and installed it on the phone. Now let's add the same code to the starter template that we added earlier, showing an alert notification when a push notification is delivered. Let's go to the database and open our StarterDB database and then the devices collection. As we can see, there are no records right now. We need to add a new column, user ID, where we will store the identifier of the user associated with this device. We also need to make changes to the server code in the starter lib. There are two properties here that are empty and need to be filled in. The first is the Appery app ID. We can simply open the editor, copy this identifier, and paste it. To get the Appery push API key, we need to go to the settings, copy it, and then paste it. Now let's return to the database page. Run the application on the phone and log in. Click Login. We have just logged into the application. But the most interesting part for us is the devices collection. Let's click Refresh. And we see that a new record has been created and the user ID field has been populated. This is the user identifier from the users collection. If we go back to the server code in starter lib and scroll to the bottom, we will see that there is a send push function that takes user ID, not device ID, as the first parameter. Let's go to the send push test script. Here we need to call the send push method and pass the payload. We also need to specify the user identifier. Go to the users collection, copy the ID of our user. Return to the server code and pass it as the first parameter. Additionally, we need to specify in the dependencies that our code depends on starter lib. And in the settings, link it with starterdb. All set, now we can test it. Click Save and Run. And as we can see, our push notification was delivered. Lastly, let's see how it works. If we go to the devices collection in our database, we will see that we have a unique identifier for our device, device ID. To link the user to this device, we need to update our record during the login operation and specify that our device ID should be associated with this user. We also need to pass the device identifier in the login server code script. For this, we go back to Appery. We need to open the login page and the do login service. Here we see that when we perform the login operation, we pass not only the username and password but also information about our device, including the device ID. That's all we wanted to show in this video. If you enjoyed it, please give us a like and subscribe. It's very important for us and the YouTube algorithms.